All the figures in this book are based around the US market. However, if you're not US based, the percentages are going to be approximately the same where consumer lifestyle is similar to that found in the US. So you'll need to proportionally adjust these figures for your particular country's population. The US pet market continues to be buoyant, with annual turnover nudging up towards the 17 billion mark annually. There's been little change since last year in how that's divided up, with just over half being spent on food, though with a marginal increase in the amount of organic and natural foods being sold. Toys and games are seeing a slight increase to around about 34%. The rest is, as usual, being spent on services. Live animal sales from retail spaces have decreased in many areas of the country as the tightening up of legislation takes effect. Overall annual growth is trending up towards 4%, although that varies from region to region, with some regions showing considerably greater growth than others. The US pet industry is still ruled by two main players who together are taking up a good 60% of the business. PetSmart are bubbling around the 40% mark and Petco at around 20%. That means the independent businesses make up a force to be reckoned with at 40%, and in many cases, especially in the deep niche markets, the indies are showing greater individual growth than the big boys. Current trends indicate that the last 12 months have seen a quiet change in the pet biz arena. Even so, the good news is that the pet business is still growing at a healthy rate, with more and more people entering the pet business market. While that shows that pet businesses are in a period of continued expansion, it also means that there is much more new competition putting pressure on existing businesses. One reason for this extra layer of pressure is that new people coming into the business are, more often than not, come in having sold a previous business with redundancy payouts, or simply just a reasonable amount of cash that they expect to be spending on their newer venture. Nowadays, they are also much more likely to be more knowledgeable about how to start and run a successful business than, say, people who started a business as little as 5 years ago. The simple reason for that is that this type of knowledge is more readily available now than ever before. And with this extra knowledge and the confidence it brings, it means that what they lack in experience, they make up for in enthusiasm. On another note, natural organic food and product lines are continuing to grow at a higher rate than other parts of the pet business are. But the biggest area of growth by far are the number of businesses that are starting to follow much of the advice that was given in last year's edition. Obviously, I can't claim credit for that. And who have adopted a far more integrated approach to their marketing methods, particularly with how they communicate and track their dealings with their customers.